Welcome everyone, and today we are here and interviewing the owners of Ramen Cafe, that is Ramen Tails. So it's a Naruto theme based ramen cafe, and we get to enjoy all the Japanese themed cuisines here and with an Indian touch, right? So let's start with a brief introduction of the cafe from one of the owners.
So we just opened like a couple of months back, and we opened with a dream in mind that we also wanted to have ramen somewhere nearby. To have ramen we were going far away places. So that was the reason to open it. I'm a like hard Naruto fan.
Okay,
So that was the main reason for having a Naruto team. But we also have plans to team-based cafe.
Okay. So we'll be starting with few questions now, as it's an interview, and it will be a general interview, and we'll get to know more about this cafe, and also we'll test our owner's knowledge about Naruto as well. So let's start with the first interview that will be related to the cafe, and the first question is, what inspired you to open this cafe?
So as I told that actually we were on a trip, and we were planning that we need to open something like food waste, and the inspiration for that was also that we had ramen somewhere, and it was too far. It was like the whole day went on traveling, and we thought that we have ramen like somewhere nearby, let's open a ramen based cafe. And we actually didn't know that it would work that good or not. So we just opened a cafe for ourselves and our friends. Let's open and we'll have ramen here. So that was the main inspiration, just to have ramen, and
That's really a genuine thought here.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll continue the second question.
Yeah. So what was the biggest challenge that you faced while getting started?
he faced like he was the head of operations, so he was heading all the challenges, all the problems. He was basically trying to solve it.
The challenges that we faced in the starting, mostly that I think revolved around the recipe. To come up with a recipe which looks like a ramen from Japan or Korea, right? So people want it to look like that, but most of them want it to taste good as well. So if you go for the authentic one, right, that won't suit the Indian palate.
We
So,
require that Indian taste.
so we want that spice, we want that
Exactly.
spicier taste, right? So to come up with a recipe which should look good and should taste and suit the Indian palate, so that was the biggest challenge that we faced. It took a little amount of time, but I think we got it. We are still improving, but yes.
Yeah, it's a lifelong journey, right?
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. And like just to add to it, like our approach was that we will follow the techniques which is actually followed in ramen. Like our broth is also prepared for, like it is simmered for a very long time. We prepare broth in the night for the next day. So the broth is prepared for a long time. All the components of ramen is followed, like preparing of dashi or preparing for taring. All the components are balanced, but then the use of spice is such that it should actually appeal to the Indian palate.
That's so much of a research.
Yes.
That's
Like in the afternoon we are closed for the same purpose, to improve our recipe and to launch more dishes.
That's like really good work and effort, yeah. Okay, so moving on to the next question, I would like to know why Naruto? For example, right now I am dressed as a One Piece character. The character's name is Law. I am also very new to One Piece actually, but this character like really caught my eye. So why Naruto for you guys?
So if someone who has followed Naruto's journey, they know that he came from a place where he was not very successful. It was really hard work for him to build something, and then he achieved his dream. So it is I think it is quite relatable to a lot of people that they have a dream and they want to chase that dream and they want to achieve that, right? So that was very relatable for all of us. That was the main reason that we wanted our first team to be Naruto.
It's like a driving force for you.
Yeah, it is.
So how did you finalize the menu items, and what do you serve exactly in the ramen cafe?
So currently we have ramen options. Plus in the starting we were not sure how the customers would react to only ramen specific dishes.
Right.
So to make it more comfortable, right, to make the customers more comfortable, we came up with other Pan-Asian dishes as well. So we have Chinese, we have Korean dishes are also there.
Oh.
Like in rice we have option, in noodles also we have option, and in starters also we have a different amount of options. But during the time, right, we came to know that people are liking ramen more. So it's quite famous among the customers.
Right.
So what we are planning in the future to go ramen specific. So we'll come up with more ramen options in like in chicken and in lamb broth. Plus we'll have veg options as well. So those are the things that we are planning to come up with.
Long way to go.
And we have a long way to go. So work in progress.
Okay. So as you were discussing about the dishes and all, so any sort of signature dish which you would like to tell about us? Like any signature dish which you have among your all?
I mean, main signature is ramen itself. So like
Your
I think,
favorite?
so
Yeah, and your favorite?
spicy
always?
ramen. Really, I have a good tolerance for spice.
Okay.
So chicken spicy is something that I like a lot. Apart from that, even our starters, some of the starters are quite popular among the customers, like spinny chicken and kalpao chicken. So these are also the starters which are
Anything for vegetarian?
We have veg miso ramen, which is like
Oh.
base miso flavored broth, and like vegetarians love it a lot. One of my friend is pure vegetarian. He comes only for veg miso.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun.
So, are your dishes made from scratch in the kitchen or how is it?
So like we have a mix. So most of our sauces are actually imported from Japan and Korea.
Oh,
Give that feel and flavor for like the ramen. Like some of the components are locally sourced. Like let's say egg is locally sourced, or even the noodles. The ramen recipe is followed, but the noodles is also locally sourced. So, we are not currently making noodles like homemade noodles, but maybe we will come up with that as well. So some of the components are like sourced, and like I said, that broth is something that we are doing from scratch. Even some of the sauces we make it from scratch from our end.
so mixture of both.
Mixture of both.
Yeah.
One thing that we try to follow is that everything that you have today is something that we got in the morning. It's not like yesterday, because we have advantage of having a good crowd.
Right,
So
right.
everything gets finished by the evening, and we try to get everything in the morning. So it's quite fresh.
So as a restaurant owner, right, it's been a long time. So what did you learn from these things as a restaurant owner? Like you would have so many other restaurants around you, right? And this is something completely different than the traditional restaurants. What did you learn from your entire experience?
I think my experience will be quite different than his. Like my
We would like to know both.
yeah. So like we come from software background. Like, we don't have good understanding of how restaurant business works. As I told you that we opened it just for our sake. So and our only intention was that we wanted to give a very good customer service, and we wanted to have a good high standard food. The challenges that or like the experience that we learned is that it is something that we have to work daily basis. Get challenges, get problems, and daily basis we think like how will we solve it. Try to get advice from some of the other restaurateurs, and we try to solve the problem. But it's something that we come up with the challenges daily basis.
Same thing, it's every day it's a new battle. It's one day I'll take the job, and the next day we wake up, there is a set of problems which is waiting for us to be solved. So it's not like that. If we have experience, maybe it might have been a little bit easier to handle. Not very much easier, just a little bit, because the problems, it's not like I'll tell you ki, I faced this problem during my time, right? It's not that the same problems will come every time. There will be a staff problem, there will be a recipe. In the recipe, there might be something missing to have that consistency. There are many problems that we'll have. So it's just a learning in progress for the recipe as
To
well.
have the same thing again and again is also a challenge.
Exactly. And to maintain the level, right? So that is also a challenge for a very bigger amount, right? So those are the things that are
There's no usual day for you.
it's not there actually. And the weekends are also means for us, like if we are from the software background. So the theme for us was that throughout the weekdays we used to hustle very much. We used to, and the calm and peaceful days used to be Saturday and Sunday. But now it's totally reversed. It's like Saturday and Sunday are the most hectic days, and we need to be on our toes on Saturday and Sunday. And weekdays we can chill a little bit. That's how it is right now. So the whole system has changed.
That does.
Exactly.
So, how would you describe the uniqueness of Ramen Tails?
You can describe it.
So like
Should go first.
yeah. So our intention when starting was that we wanted to have access to a huge pool of people like us. Like we have a very high standard in our food. Like we wanted to have a very high standard in our food. At the same time, we wanted to have a pricing which is something that appeals to our people. So if you would have seen our menu, you know that our pricing is appealing to masses, but our standard of food is like quite different than our prices.
Okay, yes, it is most affordable.
Yeah, and we are actually trying to go with the same thing, and we are trying to improve more on our food side, as well as trying to get some portions which is even a little bit more affordable for the masses.
So when we entered the cafe, we noticed that the spelling which you have used, that is like, it has two meanings. So why would you take the one which you have taken and why not the other one?
I understand. So basically, you're saying the tails, right?
Exactly,
Tails,
exactly. You
Yeah.
got me right, yes.
So, like our spelling is Tails, which is actually in Naruto there is one like main character.
I can guess that. Is
Yeah,
it?
nine tails.
Okay.
Yeah. So, while thinking of the name for Ramen Tails as like we relate or not Naruto anime, we took Tails as the ending for our name and Ramen as the main signature dish. So we just made Ramen Tails.
That was very thoughtful.
Yeah, and also I think that gave us a little edge also while having like people think that why is it
Okay.
different, right?
Yeah, right.
I mean, I guessed it actually
Yeah.
because I am a diehard Naruto fan also. That was the first anime which I have ever watched when I was in 9th standard.
Okay.
So from there it started actually.
Whenever actually even we want to like we feel little low if we start watching Naruto, it has a very different feel.
I know it's like you pump
Yeah,
the
yeah.
get right. Exactly. Okay.
So when we entered, we saw you have chopsticks for customers and you also have forks and spoons. So what was your mindset while designing the cafe?
So chopsticks something that I think that people have with ramen, like they prefer chopsticks.
Right.
So we wanted to give that option to our customers, like have an experience to have ramen with chopsticks. And we also wanted to like not force people to just have chopsticks. So we have fork and spoon for whoever is comfortable with how they want to have them.
Okay. So this is my last question actually. So as you said, like you are going to like branch out further and you specialize in ramen. So do you guys think about franchising this thing ever in future?
Like we want to come up with a model that we can expand faster, but we have like our main challenge is that we want to have that consistency in our food, have control over the quality of food and quality of service. So we're not quite sure yet when we are very new to the business. So we'll learn and we'll figure out like how do we expand.
So then just last question.
Sure. Sorry, last question. No.
Yeah, so when we entered, we noticed the staff was friendly. We also saw your kitchen. It was very hygienic. The tables are very clean and customer friendly or something that a customer would look for. So what was your mindset while you and how do you keep a tab of everything being so perfect?
So like first of all I would be honest, I'll say that it seems perfect now. It's not easy to maintain the standards when we have
Yeah.
very huge crowd. We try to give our best in that in every quality, and we try to accommodate wherever we make mistakes. Right? We try to give the best service. But again, then we have a very good management with us. Like we have our manager who take care of like each and everything. We have good kitchen staff. We have good chefs. So these like normally even our chefs are someone who had very good experience in earlier restaurants.
Okay.
So it is their first time working in such a small kitchen actually.
Oh.
Because they have worked in very good kitchen. That is why they are able to provide good quality of food as well. So we have good help in terms of our staff, and the main reason was that we wanted to have good standards.
So we have been here 2 times before. I have been here 2 times before and I have noticed this cleanliness to be there throughout. So this is not something that I am noticing for the first time. And kudos to you guys.
So that's it for today, guys. We'll be ending this interview. Thank you so much for coming and giving this interview. YouTube. Okay, so we'll be ending this. Thank you, everyone, and bye bye.